Hey guys, and welcome to another video here on GCalm Play, channel where we try out various craps strategies, see if it's something we want to play, see if it's any fun, see if it makes any money. Today we're going to play another dark side strategy, so a bit of a dark week this week. The previous two videos were also playing the dark side, and this time we're going to take advantage of the don't come. So what we're going to do here basically is we want to have 3 bets running at all times up here, and we'll also have some money on the don't pass. What we're going to do is we are also going to, there's going to be a ladder system. Ladder systems are very popular systems, and it's a way to try and make a bit of money back after a few losses. So what it means is, for instance, on the don't pass here, if we start with $10, if that loses, we're going to go up 1 unit, so we'll go to $20. If that loses, we go up another unit to $30. Oops, $30. If it was to win, then we go back down to $20. So you're going up and down a ladder, as you would say. So we're going to start here with $10. We can't play the don't come until a point is established. So $10 on the don't pass. Good start, loser straight away. That's okay. So ladder system, we go up to 20. And we will roll again. There we go, we're out on the 6. Okay, and we got $10 on the don't come. Another 7, loser there, but we did win on this side, which means if we take this down, we are break even. We're going to start again. If we have a winner or a 7 come while the point is off, then we start again. Okay, point established. $10 on the don't pass, 10 on the don't come. We want 3 bets. So first one's on the 9. And with the strategy, you can choose how many you want to play. You can play 1. There we go, a winner on the don't come. That's nice. You can play 2. You can play 3. You can play 4. Okay, 5. So we just want 1 more. But 3 is generally, oh, we won and we lost. 11 is a loser on the don't come. And the 6. There we go. So we've got our 3 points established. So best case scenario now is a 7 comes, and we profit off all of these. If any of these are to hit, so if the next roll was a 9, that comes down. So then we put 20 on the don't come to try and get another points. That's where the ladder comes into play. See, so there we go. We lost the 6. That was $10. And it depends on which one you lose on which you ladder. So we go to 20. So if the 9 was now to come, that would also be 20. But if this is to loser, there we go, 20. So we're going to go up to 30 now. I believe we didn't ladder that previous 11. So you've got to pay attention when playing the system. There we go. So if an 8 was to hit again, then we'd have to go to 40. Whereas if a 9 would hit, we'd go to 20. So we're laddering whatever number we hit. And now we're hoping for a 7. There's a 6, 5, 1, 6. And we definitely do not want a 4. And there's a 7. Okay, so as you can see, if we pull this one down, we've made some money. So even though we did lose we got a couple of 11s while we had money out on the don't come. We hit a 6 and we hit something on the 6. We are actually up $30 overall, and that's where that ladder system comes into play. Because we had the $30 on the 8, if we had just $10 on there, we still would have actually been up a little bit, but not as much. So that's the benefit of the ladder system. There is no ladder down. So I did say earlier, sorry, that if you're to win, you go back down from 30 to 20, so forth. But the way the system is, a win brings everything down. So we don't ladder down to the system, we just reset. So it's a ladder up and then a reset once we win. Okay, it's 2 points. Let's see if we can get a third one established. And if I was playing this with real money, real life, I think I would only do 2 points, I think. There's the point hit. So this goes up to 20. We'll keep the bets on. There's a 7, so we got paid on those, but we did lose the don't pass. But because we got 7, we're going to reset. As you can see, we made no money on that roll. So if you wanted to, because the don't pass lost, you could go up to 30 on that one. So we lost there, so 20. But the way I'm playing it is once the 7 comes, we reset back to the start. Okay, point established on the 5. Got 8. A 9. One more point or one more number to set, and then we're looking for that 7. Okay, so as you can see, we replaced the 10 with another 10, but because we lost that 10, we go to 20. We want to have 3 points set across the board, 3 numbers. And there was, what do we get there? An 8, so we lost another 10. So another 20. We want to get a 4, a 6, or a 10. Did I miss the roll? There we go. There we go. So we've got our points set. And now we want to see a 7. That would give us a decent little number. There we go. Perfect. Nice little profit there. As you can see, I mean, this isn't a huge money maker. We're up $70 after 3 shooters. Although I guess you can probably see that that's a decent profit, isn't it? If we go through all 10, 3 shooters, we just times that by 3, you know, we're making $200, which is not bad. So we got 7, so we reset. Two, that's a winner. Oh, the don't pass. We like those ones to get those little 2s coming through, making a little profit before we even start. And there's a 3. Perfect. You keep rolling those all day, that's fine. We won't get to see the system, but we'll make a little bit of money. Okay, point established. Bit hard to establish a bankroll on this one. Because normally you say you want about 10 times what you're betting. But in this case, what we're betting each time can change depending on what you win and lose. But you probably want about $1,000, I'd say. For a strategy like this, you'd be very comfortable, I think, with that as a bankroll. I'd say you get away with $500 as well, to be honest. Pretty easily if you're playing on a $10 table like this. Because you got 4 bets total. If everything goes perfectly, you got $40 out there on your first roll. So 10 times 400, $500. There's a 7, we lost the 10, but we made 20, so that was a positive 10 for us. So even if you don't get everything up before the 7 comes, you can still make a little bit of money, which is nice. So you still take advantage of the short rolls. And then hopefully you're also profiting off the long rolls if it doesn't go too long and keep knocking you down and eating into your bankroll. Okay, we've got one out. 12. It's a bar 12, so that's a push, so you don't make money, you don't lose money when the 12 comes. 10. And one more number to establish. And the 9. There we go. Running. Got everything out there. Happy with the 7. We don't mind if some numbers hit and we replace them. There we go. The 8s, we'll get up to 20. So another 12. We're on shooter number 5, so we're halfway through. There we go. Back on the 8 there. And now let's see if we can get that 7. No, lost the 8, so we're up to 30. See if we can get another repeater 8, get it up out there. Yes, we can. Okay. Now we're happy for that 7 to come. Make us a little money. Yo 11. Doesn't help us, doesn't hurt us. 213. Also doesn't help us, doesn't hurt us. And there's the 7. Lovely. Okay, so up to shooter 6. We're up a little bit over $100 at the moment, so it's going pretty well for us. So nice little system so far. We haven't seen anything too bad. If we get a few 11s at this stage, that makes it a bit worse. And the biggest risk, I guess, is when you've got, if you've hit a couple numbers here and you've got $30, $40 on the don't come in, those bad numbers show up. That's when you're at risk to lose a bit of money. But other than that, so far it's shown that it's not too bad. See, there you go, the 11. So if we had, a couple numbers that we're up to say $30, $40 there, that's when you're going to lose a little bit. So we're up to 20. There we go, up to 30. These 11s hurting us. Okay, that one's out on the 8. Back to 10. Remember, each initial bet is 10. And then if it gets knocked off, that's when you ladder up. So if 11 was to come, we'd ladder this. If an 8 was to come, we'd ladder this. There's a 7. And then if the 7 comes, we reset. So you can see we actually made $50 there. So overall, we made $20 on that, even though we lost a couple of those 11s here. Because we're laddering up, we ended up making some money. That's the benefit of the ladder system. And where it's better than a martingale system is you don't go up as much, so you're not getting to those upper limits as quickly, which means it's a little bit less stressful. Instead of going 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, you're going 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You've got a lot more bets before you get up to those higher limits. And you're still, as we're seeing here, we're still coming out a little bit of profit. Point hits, so we lost 20 there, so this one goes up to 30. You can look at laying odds as well if you want to modify the system a little bit. So we lost the 10 there, so we're going to put 20 out here. Yeah, if you want to, I'd lay odds. Maybe if you've got a 4 or 10, you might want to look at laying odds because obviously there's less combinations of 4 and 10 than there are of 5, 6, 8, or 9, so they're less likely to hit. So I'd be happy putting a little bit more money on the line for those ones. The 6 and 8, I'd be more hesitant. Okay, so we lost 10 there, so that's 20, just because they're more likely to hit and we'd lose that money. Okay, we lost the 20, but we replaced the 20. So this is the downside of the more you put up here, the more likely you're to hit one of those. So as we're kind of going around and around about at the moment, we're not hitting that third number. And if a 7 was to come now, that wouldn't be good for us, but not the case. So now we've got a good little bit of money out there. We've got $90 out here. So we wouldn't mind the 7, but instead we get the 9, 10, so this goes up to 20. Six, we lost the point. So that was 30, so we're going up to 40 on here. So here's a good example of it sort of getting stuck in a bit of a roundabout. There's the 6. So we lost 20, so we've got 30 up here. There's the 7, so that's not a very good situation for us. We lost the large bet we had on there. And as you can see, we've now lost some money. I think we had about $150 out there. And we only made $60, so that was a losing round, that one. So there was, yeah, example of how to lose. So yeah, once you get high, it's those initial stages where you're profiting. Once it starts to get that higher, especially if you've got something here and it's not out on here, where you're going to struggle. And that's where you might want to look at the ladder, possibly increasing it more than 1 unit. There's probably a, just 10 on here, stage where you can work that all out, where it's better to go up 2 units and then 3 units and then 4 units, so on, so that you're maintaining that profit or break even, whichever you're looking for. Okay, so we lost 1, but we replaced it. So now we're going to put 20 up. Let's turn on the 10. And let's see if we can get our third one. Yep. Now we want to see a 7. 4. We lost our don't pass. It was $20. So we're going up to 30 on this. Happy to see a 2 or a 3 as well. There's a 7. There we go. I think we made $10 overall there, so not good, not bad. We start again. Another 7. We don't like 7s at that stage. We want 2s and 3s at this stage. 7 once the point is established. 3 in a row. Slowly taking away our profits, but that's okay. Also, sorry, I should have laddered and I didn't. So we actually saved a bit of money, but yeah, we're up to 30 level now. That's another thing, you got to concentrate on these sort of strategies to keep track of where you're at. It worked in our favor this time because we only lost 10 instead of 20 there, but it can also sometimes work the other way for you. One more point. 12 does nothing. 6 hit the point, so we lost 30 there, so we're up to 40 on the don't pass, but we've got all our bets up now. And this would be a losing roll if the 7 was to come. So there's the 9. So we lost 10, so we're going to put 20 down. So we've got 18 bets, but we're down $90. Just 5. Okay, happy to see a 7 now. It's a decent size roll, so it's hurting us a little bit. There's the point again. That's what we don't want to see. Is that point continually being hit. So now we're 50 on the don't pass. 8, that's good. And now let's see the 7. As you can see, we've lost 130 so far this shooter. We've got 90 in bets out there. And there's the 7. So we made a little bit of money there, I believe. Bring that down. And we start again. So we did start off pretty well. We got up to over $100 in profit initially. But it was only really one bad roll, and suddenly we're back down to where we are. And now we've got a bunch of points being hit. That's really eaten into our profit now. In our rack, we're actually back to break even. So yeah, don't know whether this is a good or bad strategy. I think it just depends on the roll, which is the case for a lot of strategies really. Okay, we're on to our last shooter now. Let's see if we can make this one a decent one. Points 10, we like that. And obviously we're laddering the system, but you could if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could martingale the system. So instead of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, you go 10, 20, 40, 80, 160. But obviously you're then putting a lot more money on the line. So it's a lot scarier. But putting a lot more money on the line, you obviously also win a bit more money as well. That's the trade-off. Okay, out on the 8. Let's see a 7 now. No, 9. So we lost this one, which was 10. So we'll replace that with a 20. As this is a ladder system, you lose, you replace, you go up 1 unit. And there's the 7. Okay, so through 10 shooters, and we made $100. So I'd consider that a good system, I think. It's fairly easy to play. There's not too many chances of you losing a lot of money. Obviously, if a lot of points are hit, you're going to start taking away that money. If a lot of 7s and 11s come when the point's not on, you're going to lose a bit of money. Personally, I think I would play with establishing 2 points. I mean 2 numbers rather than 3. But it's really up to you how many you can play. 1, you can play 2, 3, 4. It depends on what you want to do. So just to finally go through that strategy again, this was a don't come ladder strategy. So you start with $10 on the don't pass, establish a point. What we do is we want to lay 3 numbers. We want don't come for 3 numbers, 1 unit each, which is $10. If any of these numbers were to then hit again, so let's say you put 10 and 8 comes, so the 10 goes up here, and 8 was to roll again, you ladder up, so you then bet 20. Same with the don't pass. If the don't pass was to lose, 10 will go to 20, then it will go to 30, then it will go to 40. There's no laddering down, but once the 7 comes, you reset back to your initial bets. So that was the Don't Come Ladder. I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Catch you later.